Well, it's dusk, evening's approaching, and you're about to outdrive your headlights. You're probably driving at a speed where what you can hit is out there beyond what you can see. You can remedy it with better lights and more use of them. A recent study by the Automobile Club of Southern California's Automotive Research Center says, bottom line, better headlights should be standard, not a luxury tech option. They examined the real-world performance of three basic families of headlights. First, halogen headlights, like what I've got here on the 88 Ford, and what maybe 80% of cars on the road in the U.S. today have as well. Then, high-intensity discharge headlights. Those are the ones that give you that kind of whitish, blue, really intense beam. And finally, LED headlights, which, to be honest, are still pretty exotic and rare. They examined each kind of headlight technology for its reach. That would be how well it can illuminate something non-reflective, like an animal or a typically dressed person, on a road without overhead streetlights, which, by the way, accounts for something like 40% of the miles we drive each year, they say. The results? Well, first of all, halogen just doesn't cut it. You can overdrive them as low as 40 miles an hour. High intensity and LED low beams extend illumination by about 25% beyond halogen. High intensity and LED high beams got out to nearly 500 feet, and that covers you up to about 55 miles an hour. And both those advanced types put out less light here in the U.S. than the same ones on cars sold in Europe. It's a regulatory thing. Now, the behavior piece is interesting. They also found that most of us are kind of shy about using our high beams. We're afraid to blind the guy in front of us, or we're too lazy to sit there and flick on, flick off all the time. So we overdrive our low beams typically. But this is kind of a shame because your high beams can buy you 28% or so more reaction time. That's really a big deal. So 3 takeaways. First, use your high beams. See if the next car you buy offers auto high beams to do all the flicking for you. Second, opt for high-intensity or LED headlights. They really do make a difference in reach. And third, check your car for cloudy headlamp lenses. They don't just reduce your range, they also scatter more glare at the other guy. It pays to double-check if your car has the most modern lighting technology, especially if you're buying a new one. Know if you're using your high beams and not getting lazy and ignoring them. And realize that no matter what mode you're in, you're very likely outdriving your lights.